All right, the top question I'm getting this week is around sinuses. A lot of people are asking me about sinus congestion, sinus headaches, sinus infections. So I'm going to run down the top herbs that I recommend for all stages of sinus problems, but I want to tell you why this is so important. Number one, if you get a sinus infection and to the point where you're needing to go get medical attention, this is what they're going to prescribe to you, either a Z-Pack, a steroid, and or amoxicillin, and maybe all three, depending on what you got going on. Now, the reason I'm telling you we want to avoid these things is because amoxicillin particularly is very harsh on the digestive system. And with us getting ready to go into the holiday season, we're already putting stress on the digestive system, and a lot of people already have digestive problems. So we're going to snowball that by wiping out all the microbiome bacteria and setting ourselves up for more illness. Okay. Because amoxicillin cannot tell the difference between good bacteria and bad bacteria, so it wipes it all out. And that leaves you at risk. And it takes about 3 to 4 months to rebuild your digestive system. So you do not have time to have that repair done before the holidays get here. So you're going to put yourself in a pretty precarious situation where you're going to have these recurring infections and recurring colds, sinus problems, etc. So we want to try to avoid that. Now, these are the herbs that I use for all stages of sinus problem. If you just get a little sinus headache, a little sinus congestion, I like to use echinacea because it boosts the immune system, it reduces the inflammation in the face, and it is really good for the mild, I just got a quick little headache. Golden seal, this is another herb. It is antimicrobial, and that's going to help fight infections. Now, this is for the mild, early stages of it. You're trying to get ahead of it type situation. This next one is something that I would take all through winter to help prevent, and that is turmeric. The curcumin in turmeric is anti-inflammatory. So if you're prone to getting sinus problems, turmeric is a really good one to have on hand and take it all winter long. Now, I personally like the standard process turmeric because it's very effective because it's most natural. But all three of these things, echinacea, golden seal, and turmeric, are excellent at the mild, early, trying to get ahead of something problem. If you get congestion in the sinuses, this is what we're looking for. Eucalyptus. And what I like to do there is I actually like eucalyptus oil, and I put a few drops in the corner of my shower. You get in a hot, steamy shower, and you stay in there and you breathe in that eucalyptus. We want steam at this point. Humidifiers in the bedroom, steamy showers, any way you can get steam up the nose into the sinuses to relieve it, the better. You can even come see me. I do have a machine that will steam, and we can break it up. But at this point, we're trying to break up what's going on. We also want to introduce ginger at this point because it is anti-inflammatory and it has the warming effect, which is further going to help reduce that headache pain and break down that congestion. Garlic is also the one that we're going to look to at this point too, because it is a natural antibiotic. Now, I personally like garlic over amoxicillin, and I will use it. There's a garlic recipe I have. I'll look it up and put it in the comments, but it is a wonderful little decongestion and antibiotic support. And again, these eucalyptus, ginger, and garlic are for your congestive stage of sinus problems. If you get a lot of mucus, this is another set of herbs I would look to, and that is sage, because it's going to thin the mucus and make it easier to get out. Peppermint is a natural decongestant and anti-inflammatory, so that's another good one. And wild cherry bark. This is the tannins in that actually soothe the irritated mucous membranes, and again will help make it easier to get out. So that's your mucus group. Other things that I like to use, obviously, lots of liquids, chamomile tea, red root. That's a lymphatic herb that's going to help drain the lymphatic system. But what's happening, because this is in a so prevalent right now, is number one, we had a severe weather change here in South Carolina. So that triggered a lot of people who with respiratory sinus type things. Then what happened is we're at that time of year where the days are shorter. We're not getting as much sunlight, so we're not going outside as much already. And we're gearing up for Halloween tomorrow, so people are already snacking on those Halloween snacks. So all of these are a formula for sinus problems. For more, reach out to me, but because so many of you were asking me about sinus this week, these are the herbs that I'm recommending people look at. And if you need help getting any of them, please shop our online apothecary. I have all of them in there. And if you can't find them, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you get them.